scared to do this.
All right.
I'm bored.
All right. We're going to start with the next lesson. This is 5.10, which is called Exploring Hundredths. Now, we have done tenths already, so what we're going to do is we're going to take what you've learned on tenths, and we're going to change or add to it, till we get to hundredths. So what we're doing here for our key learning is that 100 is one equal part of a whole that's been divided into 100. If you remember from the last lesson, we said a tenth was one equal part that's been divided into 10, or one part which has been divided into 10. The decimal points still separates the whole numbers from the decimals, and hundredths can be written as a decimal as well as a fraction. So last lesson, you were shown a square that looks like this, right? It was divided into 10 parts, which were equal. We shaded in one of those 10, and we found out that that was 1/10, correct? And we also found out that it could be written as a decimal. And we want to write this fraction as a decimal. 1/10 could also be written as 0.1. This is a review. Now we're going to take it, and we have 0.1. We said 0.1 was how we said it. It was also written as 1/10. The 0 is on the whole number side. The decimal is the divider, and the 1 is the 10th part. That's the part of the whole. Now, we did this already. Now we're going to go on to dividing a square the same size, only this time it's divided into how many do you think?
100.
Exactly, 100 parts. So what fraction is this one, Leon? 100. So if I was going to write this down, it would be one part out of 100. Good point. Let's continue.
0.01.
Okay, so we now have 1/100. This can be written as 0.01. Okay? Now, as you start counting up, you'll see this starts to keep only 2 boxes here for the numbers. Okay? So when you get to 99 shaded in, when you get to the whole thing shaded in, now that's going to take and make 1 here, won't it? Okay? You'll see when we get there, okay? Let's go on to the next part. In words, fractions, and decimals, what do you think this one is going to be? Yes, Sydney.
For words?
In words.
200.
Are we in tenths? Yeah, we're in hundreds. So this one is 2 hundredths. Remember, it's THS ending. How do we write this as a fraction, Caleb? 2 out of 100. And as a decimal, Haley?
0, little dot thingy, 0.2.
There you go. It's read as 0.02. Okay? That is 2 boxes. Let's continue and add some more. Okay, Cole. In words, I'll give you a hint. There's 10 in this column.
Oh. 15 out of 100.
Okay. 15, what? Not 15 out of 100. It's 15.
100.
There you go. As words, it is 15 hundredths.
Hundredths.
With a THS ending. Be careful who you spit on. Hundredths. Okay. Brooke, as a fraction. 15 over 100. Correct. As a decimal, what do we get, Caitlin?
0.15.
0.15. So far, getting easier?
Yeah.
Okay, next question I'm going to take and add some more. Ryan, each one of these columns is 10. And then there's that one there. So how many do you think we have here? 51 hundredths. Perfect. So 51, I ran out of room, I'll put it under here. Hundredths. THS. Okay? As a fraction, Cole. Pardon me? 15 or 50?
15. I mean 51.
51 over?
100.
There you go. 51 over 100 as a decimal, Leon.
0.51.
0.51. Okay, turning the page to the next one. Ethan,
Uh, 85.
85 what? 80? Hundredths. Hundredths. Okay, as a fraction, what do you think, Meg?
85 over 100.
85 over 100. As a decimal, Abby,
0.85.
0.85. You could also say 0.85. Okay? Turning the page to the next one. Okay, Cole.
Yeah. That's all for time.
Corey.
I did one.
Which one is it, Cole?
Can I do decimal this time? 99 hundred.
90, 99. Okay, just that way. 99 hundredths. Why can't I put 99 down?
Because it's not words.
It's not words. The instructions were to do words. Meg, fraction?
99 over 100.
99 over 100. Sydney? 0.99.
9.
Okay, next one. Caitlin. All right, in words. Caitlin? Caitlin, sorry. Go ahead.
100. Wait, 100 hundred.
Okay, now this one's kind of tricky. 100.
It's hard to say a whole.
And we'll get there in a second. 100 hundredths. Now, what if you have everything there out of 100? What else could you say, Abby? What were you going to say?
I was going to say now. I was like, say now, it's and yeah, I lost it. What?
McCoy? And okay, what do you think?
A whole. 100.
100 of 100, but what's the other way of writing this one?
A whole.
Starts with a 1, ends with a W, H, O, L, E, one whole. All right, as a fraction now, you have to have as a fraction. Ethan?
Oh, fraction.
As a fraction.
100 over 100.
100 over 100. Now, the tricky one. Leon?
1.00.
1.00. All right, no, we're not done yet. Yeah. So if I was going to do another one, now I have to start with another box. Point below the next box. Let's say I had another box and I had this much shaded in. It would now become 1.0.
1. And if you had another full hundred, and only one was shaded, it would be 2.02.
Decimal. 0. Well, it depends on how many shaded. All right, so you're getting there. All right, let's go to the next box. So now I'm going to take and we're going to work with filling out the chart. So I got fraction, decimals, and words. All right, Haley, which one? You want to come up and do one? All right, come on up. You can pick the marker, the color, and fill in one of the boxes. You can fill in any box you want, in fact. Perfect. Well done. Give the marker to somebody else.
Hey, you forgot about the word.
No, she's supposed to do one box, one cell. You're kind of limited on what you can do, eh, she? Tiffany? I don't know if I can. You want to try that one up there? You want me to do? Which one do you want to do? Over 100. Good job. Give the marker to somebody else. All right, Brooke. So Brooke's parents are now going to watch. They're going to see Brooke work here. All right, give it to somebody else. Come on, read it. Okay, I'm going to have to take over here because I want to get done before the bell. Okay, so just watch, okay? This one is 6 hundredths, right? This one is 21.
You're faster, right?
I'm messier too, eh?
Oh, yeah.
I forgot the one. 21 hundredths. And moving down so we don't get caught by the bell. This is 0.81 and don't move yet. 81 hundredths. Okay? And the last page is some decimals for money, and we're going to have to put this on hold. I maybe have to do part 1 and part 2. You guys are on your way. Okay, we're now ready to continue our second half of this lesson to make sure that we all understand how to work with hundreds. We just had a code blue, and we had to all be quiet, so we kind of got interrupted. So hopefully we can get done this quickly before the class ends. So I need someone to come up and continue. I erased what I did at last, and we're going to have the students continue. So Cannon, would you please come out and put in one of the answers, please.
Mr. Edie, why does it look so big now?
I
do
not know.
It's so weird now.
Well, hopefully it'll still work. It happens sometimes when we turn the machine on and off, but it doesn't actually always come back. Don't worry about it, just keep writing. 0.81. Good job. All right, the next one. Caitlin.
Oh, wait.
Perfect. 6 hundredths. And Tiffany.
Now we're all quiet, so we can do it.
Okay. And last one, Ryan. Slide it up and you'll easy right now. That's enough of that. Perfect job, perfect job. Okay, so now we have the table filled out, and unfortunately, it's time to stop our recording. Looks like it's going to be part 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so we're going to do part 3 of the lesson. Hopefully get this one done. We seem to have some bad timing on everything, but we have time to finish this today. Decimals to the 100ths are used in money a lot. In fact, it's the most common use of decimals to the 100th place. You've all seen it quite a lot. You may just not have noticed it. What fraction do you think would show 1 penny? Caitlin?
$0.01.
$0.01, but actually for the fraction.
Oh, 1 out of 100.
Right. Why is it 1 out of 100?
Because you need 100 pennies to make a dollar.
Exactly. You need 100 pennies to make a dollar. So, since 1 penny is 1/100th of a dollar, you have to have 100 pennies to make that dollar. So that's 1 out of 100. So you see from my answer here that Caitlin was perfect, wasn't she? So what fraction would show a penny? Well, we have to have 1 over 100. As a decimal, it's the same thing as normal. It's actually right up here is 0, right there. 0.01 is a 1 penny. Now to show that as a dollar, what we end up doing is putting the dollar sign in front of it, and that will show you 1 cent or 1 penny.
The backwards 100.
Okay?
The backwards 100.
I wouldn't be going there because that doesn't always work out that way. So what fraction? We've got that all. In fact, decimals are used so much that money is written as this, and I just put this on the previous one. This is actually done a lot. That's how we write money. We put a little dollar sign in the front. That's that little S with a line through it is. Sometimes you'll see a dollar sign with 2 lines through it. It's the same thing. Okay, it depends on which font you're using, the way it's printed. But the decimal point 0.01 is always showing 1 penny. All right? We go on to the next slide. What do you think we would use, or how do you think we write down 25 cents, Katie? Okay, sorry, Meg.
25 cents.
How would you show 25 cents as a decimal?
As a decimal?
As a decimal. That's why it says right here as a decimal.
0. Spell decimal wrong. There's a red line.
0.25. Now what's...
And then you gotta put the dollar sign.
That's exactly what I was going to say. What's missing? The dollar sign in front. You have to have the dollar sign here because that tells you you're dealing with money. It is the unit, just like meters or kilograms. That's the dollar sign. All right, 50 cents, Sydney.
Dollar sign. 0. Decimal.
50. Now, could you also have written 0.5 like this?
No.
Well, no, that's still 50 cents because this is in the tenths place, all right? But when we work with money, we always put in 2 decimal places, whether there's anything there or not. This is saying we have 5 in the tens and 0 in the ones place, and we're talking about hundredths, all right? What about 75 cents, Brooke?
Dollar sign.
Dollar sign?
0.
0.75. Good job. Kate?
Yeah. Ross, you give me the hard one?
Yeah, I did.
The dollar sign.
The dollar sign?
0.
0.
Dot.
Or point?
95. Just kidding. 89.
89.
85.
Okay, that's 89 cents. Okay, now comes Haley's turn.
Okay.
What if I had $1.20? How would I write that one down, Haley?
Simple. The dollar mark thingy.
Dollar sign.
Yeah. What?
1.
Dot.
Dot, or decimal, or point.
Or whatever.
20. $1.20. Brooke, you had your hand up. You're just stretching. Okay. Next one. Okay, now I want to take a model. Model means to actually pull and draw the pictures down of what I'm actually, want to show. So I want to show 34 cents here. So how am I going to show 34 cents in using dimes? And you can see the dimes right there, one right here, and this is the penny. So how am I going to show 34 cents? Okay, Abby, come up and drag them in. I think you use the marker. I think it's set it properly. Show the drag. What do you need to model this? So we've got 1 dime. How much is 1 dime worth?
10.
10 cents. Why do we call it a dime? I don't know. That's just, don't worry about it.
And why does it have a ship on it?
Because I will talk about that in a second, okay?
There's
10 more cents. How much we have total now?
Yeah.
20. 20, now there's 30. And then how much is this?
4. And why is it
There's 1 penny. So I got 31, 32, 33,
34. There, you're done.
and 34. So there we go. All right, thank you very much. Now, to answer your question, why does it have a ship or a sailing boat on it? This ship right here, you may not realize it, but this little ship, it's written right here, this is called the Blue Nose, and it's a schooner. That's the type of a boat. Now the thing about this is a very famous ship that I think sailed out of Halifax Harbor in Nova Scotia. It was the fastest ship in the world for almost its entire life. It was only really defeated when the steam-powered boats came out. And it was a very, very fast. It used to beat records and they'd have races. And it was funny because the sailors on there would work on this boat, so the fishing vessel, and they would work on it, and then in their spare time they would race it, and they would win every race. And it was world famous. And that's why it got placed on our dime. Now, I'm not sure if it's still there anymore, but you guys can look next time you see a 10-cent piece, does it have a dime on it?
Yeah.
Does it have a schooner on it?
Yeah.
Brooke,
Why do you put those, like, on the... Why does it have...
why do you have things on here? Well, because it makes it harder for people to make fake ones.
The China money is really hard because
Yeah.
there's a part that you can see right through
Yeah.
it.
Some of the, and you know what, a lot of the money in the world is printed at the Canadian Mint. We print them for most people.
Why is there...
Because the Canadian printing process, what we do, we're very, very good at it. Okay, I don't want to get caught up on this. Let's continue with the next lesson. Your parents are listening to this. They don't need to listen to all this.
Oh!
So how would you model the following amounts in money this time, David? You come up and you try it.
Oh, what about you?
All right, we need 6 cents. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He made a pile of money here. Right?
What's the lunch
So, did he get enough?
Yeah.
Yes, he did. All right, let's go to the next one.
It's 1.
What about 83 cents? Caitlin, yes. All right, Caitlin. Give me a second. I get just one thing. Did that. Okay, never mind. So there's 10. Count with it. How much is that? 10?
20, 30, 40, 35,
50, be nice. 60, 70, 80, 81, 82, 83. There you go. All right, so, did she do it right? She sure did. Now, when you're drawing on the assignment, please don't make them in a pile. I can't count them.
Sorry.
Okay? So when you're doing money on your assignment, what you can do is you can make a dime or 10 cents like this, or you can put a D in it to show a dime. If you want to show a penny, you can put a P in it for a penny, or if you want, you can go 1 cent. If you wanted to, you could, oh, that's too small. If you want to do it 10 cents like this, you could also draw it like this, couldn't you?
I can't see it. What about $1?
Isn't that 10 cents? Or for a penny, if you wanted to, you could go 0.01. So when you're doing your assignments, they tell you to draw the pennies and dimes and stuff. You can use any one of these methods you wish, but you have to tell me what's in the circle. Otherwise, I won't know what you're doing, will I? A dollar, a loonie, I guess the dollar would be a circle with 1.00 in it, wouldn't it?
No.
Isn't this $1?
Or you can just go like this.
No, you can't put an L in a T because that's not official. You can't go 1 loonie or 1 L. Okay, what were you doing? Sorry.
You just like that.
Yeah, I suppose you could do that, but yeah, that's just what dollars. That would work too. All right, next page. What's the difference between these two things? 0.23 and 0.23 with a dollar sign in front of it. Meg.
Because the first one doesn't have a dollar sign, so it's like a fraction.
Is it a fraction?
No, it's not a fraction, but it's not cents.
Okay.
It's not money.
So this is,
It's not money.
yeah, it's just a straight decimal. It's not money. And the other one with the dollar sign means what?
23 cents.
This is 23 cents, yes. If you didn't know it, this is the sign for a cent. For some reason, we always put it after the money. You don't put the cent up front. All right, and of course, the next one is, I got it there. 20. This is the decimal, 23 hundredths of a whole, and that's 23. That's your answer. And here, finally, after 3 days of lessons, we are now done.
Take 201, 1 through 12.
Let me get my recording. Okay.